Now Hero have been on quite a launch spree recently. The company launched the XPulse 200, the 200T and the Xtreme 200S in India. Seems now Hero have decided to upgrade two of its offerings in the scooter segment as well, namely the Pleasure Plus 110 and the Maestro Edge 125. And we're here to ride both scooters to find out how much they've changed and more importantly, are they worth your consideration? Let's find out. Let's start off with the Maestro Edge 125. The Maestro moniker already exists in the brand's portfolio, but Hero decided to add the 124.6cc engine, which is also present on the Hero Destiny 125, to the Maestro Edge 125. The Maestro Edge is Hero MotoCorp's most expensive scooter in the Indian market, and the homegrown brand has equipped it with an impressive array of features. But before we get to the features, let's first talk about the 125cc engine. The biggest highlight comes with the FI badge. Yes, the Maestro Edge 125 is the only scooter in India to get fuel injection. The engine on the Maestro Edge 125 produces 9.1 bhp at 7000 rpm and has a peak torque of 10.2 Nm at 5000 rpm. On the go, thanks to the fuel injection unit, the Maestro Edge 125 has a linear and smooth power delivery right up to the 60-70 km/h mark. There's also a feeling of power on tap, but not the kind that will give you an instant kick, but instead a sophisticated reserve of power. That being said, after 70 km/h, the Maestro Edge does start to get a little uncomfortable as far as performance is concerned. Handling is predictable, but given the fact that the Maestro is engineered more towards sedate and a calmer style of riding, it's not really an ultra agile machine. This is also due to the fact that the curb weight is almost 110 kilograms, which is a little on the heavier side. In the braking department, the Maestro Edge is impressive thanks to the 190mm disc brake at the front. However, we did feel that they could do with a little more bite. The ride comfort is excellent and is one area where the Maestro does truly have an edge. The comfort in the ride is also due to the fact that the Maestro gets a telescopic front suspension. When it comes to looks, the Maestro Edge 125 does have quite a few design elements which look unique and tasteful. For starters, the Maestro gets two funky color options, a panther black and a pearl fadeless white color. What's interesting is the fact that the seat color is carried over to the floor and the inside front panel of the scooter. Overall, the Maestro Edge is bound to grab some attention on the roads. However, there was a slight panel gap right above the instrument cluster, which does look a little untidy, especially because it will catch one's gaze more often than not. Other feature comforts on the Maestro Edge 125 include an external fuel filling cap, mobile charging port, a boot lamp, remote key opening, a side stand indicator, a service due reminder, and a digital analog meter. It also gets a very futuristic looking lightning insignia, which fits in really well with the design. The Maestro Edge also comes with the i3S carb variant that comes with a 125cc energy boost engine, which produces 8.7 bhp and 10.2 Nm of torque. It also features Hero's intuitive i3S idle stop-start system for a higher fuel efficiency. Let's now move our attention to the Hero Pleasure Plus 110. Like the Maestro, the Pleasure already exists in the brand's portfolio. Hero MotoCorp have now added a 110cc engine, which also performs duties on other Hero scooters. The engine produces 8 bhp of power at 7500 rpm and a peak torque of 8.7 Nm at 5500 rpm. Once you're on the move, the first thing which is immediately apparent in comparison with the Maestro Edge is the slightly more aggressive riding posture. The Pleasure Plus instantly feels more maneuverable and also compact in its size. The power delivery is ample, but after 50 to 60 km/h, the Pleasure Plus does start to feel a bit strained. Braking is adequate at best, and getting the Pleasure Plus to stop can be a little nerve-wracking at times. However, it does have a little more bite compared to the Maestro Edge, thanks to its 101 kg curb weight. The Pleasure Plus also does a good job in terms of ride comfort, but does feel a bit jerky when there is a long stretch of uneven road surface. However, when it comes to handling, the Pleasure Plus feels light and nimble on the road. When it comes to looks, the Pleasure Plus will be turning quite a few heads thanks to its good mix of design elements. It balances just the right amount of retro and modern at the same time. The silver panels between the indicator lights and the backside panels look well integrated into the design. The black alloy wheels also do a good job at alleviating the stance of the Pleasure Plus. The Pleasure Plus also comes loaded with features like a USB charger located accessibly close to the front pocket, an LED boot lamp, integrated braking system, and a new backlit speedometer with fuel and side stand indicator. The Pleasure Plus also gets 7 color options, which is quite a wide range to choose from. Now, after having ridden both scooters, it's easy to see that Hero have put in a significant amount of effort to upgrade both the Pleasure Plus 110 and the Maestro Edge 125, not only in terms of features, but also in terms of performance. So, if you're out in the market looking for either a 110cc or a 125cc scooter, these two should definitely pique your interest.